So today I'm going to be talking about Madden 26 and why I believe this year's Madden, hopefully I don't have to put a foot in my mouth or let alone a bar of soap, because if it is underwhelming, I will get a bar of soap and put it in my mouth if this shit turns out to be all smoke and mirrors. But Madden 26 is based off the trailer that they put out a few days ago. It's gotta be hands down the best looking Madden reveal trailer that they've done since probably Madden 12. Or if not Madden 12, Madden 14, or aka the 25th year anniversary edition, or whatever you want to call it. Simply because they led with presentation. Last year's reveal trailer, they led it with strictly gameplay. And I think at this point, people are tired of the gameplay. Like, people don't even care about the gameplay no more. People look at the gameplay like, okay, the gameplay is what it is, but how about the other stuff? I think people care more about the finer things, the attention to detail, the presentation, the commentary, the halftime shows. Do you talk about other teams during the halftime shows or in between games as your game is going on? How they would do the draft processing, how you would kind of have this immersive sim feel when you're living the life of NFL superstars, starting off in your own apartment. Then when you get to the superstar status, you get to cleaner cribs, and you actually have to, go by your calendar and circle days where you have to be at practice, have to compete in mini camps, have to compete in OTAs and things of that nature, or even speaking to your agent about whatever, getting traded, getting more money, asking for this and that, landing movie role deals, like certain things like that people been wanting. Based off the previous reports about the details concerning franchise and Madden 26, it may even sell me with franchise, because franchise, like, for the longest time, it's just been like this thing where I'm like, okay, like, I ain't never been the biggest fan of franchise. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was like back in the day, but based on what they've been saying recently, honestly, it got me very intrigued, and I actually want to see it, considering that this game comes out in like 2 or 3 months. They were even talking about the superstar mode having like different playthroughs for everybody, meaning that I may not have the same playthrough as you may have, which is very cool, and I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to read it in a blog post. And it's one of the things, you don't want to get hype off of words, because we've gotten hype off of words and been burned in the past. And let me be very, very clear. I don't want anybody to think I'm some type of Madden dick eater, because I'm the same guy that criticized Madden for having SpongeBob in the game. I'm the same guy that did not like Madden from Madden 15 to Madden 24. That's a long time to not like a Madden franchise. Concerning the superstar mode, I don't think it has to have a lick of cutscenes. It don't has to have this deep immersive story. And simply because years ago, I would always think, what would a Madden story look like? But then when I see failed attempt after failed attempt, feeble attempt after feeble attempt, going as far back as the long shot thing that they did all the way to 24, where you had Deion Sanders in the career mode, and you had the pivot crew kind of talking about you throughout the course of your career, it fell very flat, and I just did not care. We're talking about, for what, 7 years of the same old bullshit attempt at storytelling, and it's like one of the things, if you're not even gonna try, I don't even want you to be in the game. With Madden 25 last year, I felt like it was a little bit of an improvement. You would come across things like you're talking to your teammates, you're talking to coaches, you're talking to the press, you're talking to the media and practice and stuff like that. Now, granted, you couldn't compete in practice or compete in OTAs or things of that nature. And one of my biggest complaints about the superstar mode, not only did it have that showdown stuff that I didn't care for, but you couldn't compete in practices week to week to kind of learn your opponent or know your foe in a sense. You had access to the whole playbook, and I felt like that I didn't want access to the whole playbook. I wanted access to some of it, but earn more and more over time. Kind of like with college football 26, you earn your coach's trust. I think they did say that coach's trust and wear and tear in this year's Madden, which, hey, I'm all for that. Not only that, but when it came to going up against tough opponents or opponents that you would think is tough, it really didn't feel like that there was that much competition in a sense. And now it wasn't because of the difficulty I played it on. Like I played it on the normal mode, just like I played on normal mode with college games. And I can't put my finger on it. But with the college games, say for example, if you do like what I did and take the Tulane Green Wave to the college football playoff, you're gonna get smacked in the face by Ohio State, Georgia, all them big dogs. No pun intended. Because they're gonna really come at you ferociously. And it feels like that. Like it feels like you're playing a different caliber opponent versus when you playing a team in the Sun Belt or the MAC conference or whatever the hell. It feels different. There's a different feel of competition and how difficult this opponent can be. But as it translates to Madden, in my rookie season, I took the Tennessee Titans to the Super Bowl. When I would go up against teams like Baltimore on the road, Kansas City on the road, and even the Eagles in the Super Bowl, you would think that one of those teams would have gave me a run for my money. They didn't. And I was playing on the road in a harsh environment. You would think there would have been some type of factor that would have played into that. There was no factor. It didn't have that same feel as the college games. And to that aspect, it felt a little bit underwhelming. Then if I'm the Tennessee Titans or the Jacksonville Jaguars or Indianapolis Colts, there's no way in hell I ought to be able to go up against a team like Kansas City and beat them. They ought to beat me 35-12. Hopefully that's the case here with Madden 26, where it has that different level feel, like you're going up against a stronger opponent versus you playing everybody about the same. It is crazy to think that all it took for Madden to get better is bringing back college football games. But with that being said, y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And I am serious about putting soap in my mouth if 26 turns out to be ass. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.